a clear vision. The vision cannot be only to create unrest. No. You will have to have a vision, as the Vice Chancellor says, you have to know your rights and at the same time your duties. Your responsibility towards protecting this democracy. It cannot be a mobocracy. It has to be a democracy. There are responsibilities for everyone. But we have to identify our problems. We cannot say that all is well. All is never well. And the youngsters can never believe that all is well. How can the youngsters believe this? I as not a youngster, I'm 55 years of age. I don't believe everything, all is well. In my life, I don't believe all is well. I'm not happy with the way I am. You don't have to be happy at all with the way you are. You have to be, you have to have the fire in the belly to progress, to go forward, to make something out of your life. बरें जर कितें करतले हे गोंय पसून जर फुडें वतलें जाल्यार गोंयकारांक एक दिशा दाखोवपी लिडरशीप गरजेची. ही लिडरशीप आज गोंयांत कितें जाल्या for the sake of the understanding of the Vice Chancellor, leaders of tomorrow in Goa happen to be sons and daughters of the present MLAs, whatever. Everybody is propping up their sons. Are these the leaders of tomorrow? Have they won the university election? Why should you accept them as your leaders? From one amongst you should be a leader. And what Ritik said is very correct. It has to be that somebody from you reaches the assembly. In the past, understand one thing, when Assam was burning, when there was All Assam Students Union, which formed a political party of its own called the Assam Gana Parishad, that Prafulla Mohanta and Birgu Pukan, they became Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister of Assam. They ruled the state, students ruled the state, and students formed a political party. So it can happen. In Goa also, there was a big student movement, a movement that gave you 50% concession. 50% concession that you will have got is not because of the charity of the government. The buses were burned down, the whole state was paralyzed, and then only you got it. You didn't just get it like that. So this thing will even go from you if you start wearing uniforms, which I have heard that suddenly colleges are trying to make students wear uniform. So they are trying to be disciplined, and so much of discipline they are trying to make you. This is not the age to wear uniform. This is the age to be creative, to be wearing something that makes style, like his hairdo. This is the way it should be. It's funky, but it's nice. It's the way and it's not about how he looks, it's what he's got in his grey matter. So that's what matters. So all in all, I would understand what Ritik says. The issues, the challenges today are education, are unemployment, and the stress that comes with the mix of both. Now things like the Wi-Fi, campus amenities, I think you all have to do this. The university has to show that it is working for the students, and if you are not getting good enough money from the government, to tell me, I'll fight on your behalf in the assembly for that. But the fact remains that this university is threatened the most with what we are doing in the assembly. Every now and then we are passing a new private university bill. Universities which during Manohar Parrikkar's time I was in the government, we were thinking of getting Ivy League colleges, not Parul, that Koto, Gadpat, led by very dodgy individuals. Those were not the universities that we were trying to bring. We were trying to bring all these Ivy League, Asia Pacific campuses here. We told the mine owners that you all have the land, we'll give you the permissions. But now the government is giving these people land and getting universities not of repute. So Goa will be just a degree production center. And every now and then we are being told that the new NEP says that you need cluster-based universities, you need this private universities. For GIM we have made a separate bill to make a university in the present days. So I fear that there will be two classes of people. One class which can buy education, the other one which has to live in lower risk. So this NEP may be creating this two classes of or two types of students. One who can afford, who can buy a degree, study in a good university. Other you have to just make do. So So, this is a fear, and this you have to, I think you have to even educate the legislators. So, whether we are doing right, there is a select committee on private universities. There is a select committee on these clusters. I am there in that thing. I am taking advice from some of the people from your university itself. Because I believe that the government of Goa is not at all bothered about the Goa University. First thing, they are taking your land, yes or no, Mr. Vice Chancellor. They have taken your land for setting up that pharmacy college or that. So they are taking your land, they are establishing parallel universities, giving them recognition and doing nothing about your university. What is the government doing for you? So should you not ask questions? Does this education policy, should it not serve the Goan students first? So I do not understand whether a public university should exist to serve markets. It is supposed to serve students and empower them. Here it's like they are serving markets, and we are talking about strengthening democracy. So this two-tier education system, one for those who can afford the high fees, and the others who are asked to compromise on quality. This thing is something that you have to fear, you have to acknowledge, and you have to fight. Because education is a right. Education is not a favor that somebody is doing on you. So some people cannot afford that education, and the others have to compromise for quality. This is something which is a scenario which we can see. And after all this, there are no jobs. So what is education for? And now you have AI, you have challenges, technological challenges which are going to, affect your